I'm here to share with you guys some of the goodies I got from my kitchen over the holiday break. I just really wanted to share these with you guys because I am going to be using them in upcoming videos and I thought you guys might want to see what I got. I am wearing gloves because I got a lot of little micro cuts on my hands from gardening and I just don't feel like rubbing my hands over boxes and stuff. I have been letting the boxes sit here for about anywhere from 3 days to a week for most of this stuff because I don't like to open up the packages as soon as they get here. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. Some of them I have already opened up and I've already used, so I'm gonna start with those. Or it's just one thing that I've used, but I've opened up a couple of other things just to make sure everything was in the box. Okay, so the first thing that I bought was this. This is a popcorn maker. This is an electric popcorn maker, and I got this on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or Cyber Week or something from Amazon. It was like $15. It was very cheap. And I have used it already because I love popcorn. I eat popcorn a couple of times a week and I just wanted to see if I could make it quicker and a little bit more healthier than buying the bag popcorn and popping it myself or using microwave popcorn. So far, I don't like this. And the reason is because the popcorn just doesn't come out tasting all that hot. I'm just gonna be honest. It pops up fine, but it's very dry because it's not popped in oil and there's no flavor, and it's very hard to put flavor on this because it's not popped in any type of oil, so the salt or whatever it is you use is not gonna stick to the popcorn. What I did was I sprayed some butter spray over the popcorn and then sprinkled on salt, and that helped a little bit, but I'm gonna have to play around with this a little bit more to see how I can figure out how to make tasty popcorn and not just healthier popcorn, because at this point I don't think it's really worth it. I'm not really enjoying the popcorn. It comes with 3 pieces. It comes with, this is the base, you just put the popcorn in there, and then it comes with this cup, and this measuring cup is what you use for measuring the kernels. You just put the kernels in here, you turn it on, and you put the lid on top this way. Is it this way? Yes, this way. You put the lid on top and it pops like so, and it comes out here, and then you put your bowl underneath this and it comes out, and then this measuring cup is stored right there. So that's that. It wasn't too expensive. I have owned this before and I gave it away. I gave it away to either a relative or I donated it. I don't remember which, but now that I have, I kind of realized why I got rid of it in the first place. That was years ago, so I don't know what I was thinking, but I just wanted to see if I would like it, and so far I don't, but it does do a good job in popping the popcorn if you like plain popcorn. So I got this from Sonoma. This is a Staub cookware dish or something. I'm not even really sure what it is, but that's the box. And I'm gonna open it up because I don't quite remember. I ordered this a while ago, like probably almost a month ago, and it's just now getting here. That's Sonoma. I don't think that when they have things on sale, I don't think that they really have it on stock or in stock. So, oh, okay, yeah, I remember this. Okay, so this is a baking dish. Oh, it's so nice and pretty. Oh my, look at that. I am going to be showing you guys some close-ups of this, but yeah, this is pretty. I remember I wanted this in white and they didn't have any more, so I just got the green. And I'll put the price up that I paid for this, but Staub is really, really expensive, so I got a really good deal on this pan. And I am just going to be honest with you guys. I am a little bougie when it comes to things in my kitchen. My kitchen isn't bougie at all. It is white everything, white refrigerator. It's very basic, very simple, but when it comes to things that I cook with, I want quality. I do not like things flaking. I do not like old rickety pots and pans and things like that. I will go and I will replace them, and I feel like if I replace them with quality things, I won't have to replace them as often. I don't really use huge casserole pans because most of the time I'm just cooking for myself and my husband. So something like this is absolutely perfect for weeknight meals. Now this I have been really wanting to use, but I've been waiting for the other stuff to come. But I ended up getting me a Philips indoor smokeless grill, and this is how the pamphlet looks. And just right here, I'm going to show you guys some up close pictures of it, how it looks, and because it's going to be very hard for me to show you guys on camera. So I got this, I think I got this from Sonoma as well. It was on sale. I was out of this and getting like a grill for outdoors, and I just decided every time I buy a grill for outdoors, I never end up using it. So I decided to get one to use indoors, and so this is how it looks. This is the grill, or the grill. This is what the food is going to be resting on. You can see that. And I think I'm going to use this weekend for some burgers. This is the first thing I'm going to cook in this. If it don't do well with burgers, I'm sending it back, period. And if you want me to do a separate video on this thing, let me know, because it's like infrared, so you can see that the heat comes up from here and there's nothing beneath that. So this oil is going to just drop right into that pan, and supposedly it doesn't smoke. And it leaves nice grill marks. It says virtually no smoke. The advanced infrared technology together with the special reflectors guide the heat towards the grid, achieving delicious, evenly cooked food while leaving the grease tray cool enough to minimize the unpleasant smoke and grease splattering. Ah, yes, okay. So this is, whoop, 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 whoop. This is some new Le Creuset, or La Creuset, however you want to pronounce it. This is their non-stick pan, guys. All right, so this was definitely a splurge for me. I was just sick. My non-stick pans are so gross, and they're not really all that pricey. I would just buy a couple from Sam's Club or Costco every year and then throw them out as they kind of wore down. But it just seemed so wasteful to me. So I wanted to really invest in some good cookware, some good non-stick cookware, since I do use that a lot. And I just thought having the Le Creuset would be the best. And so here's how it looks. This is so well made. This is such a nice quality. So this is not the only one I got. I got two. I got a set. Since it comes in a set, you also get a set of 3 frying pan protectors. So you basically put these in between your frying pans to keep from scratching when you store them. That is so cool. That is so cool. See, I have a Le Creuset pot that's about this size. It's very old. It's one of the first things my husband bought for me when we were married. It was my first cookware set, so it's pretty old, but I still have it, and that's what I mean by quality. Just this kind of stuff lasts forever. Now, I don't expect non-stick to last as long as enamel cast iron, but still I think that this is going to last longer than your average stainless steel or non-stick pot. So this one is 12 inches and it has the exact same back and stainless steel rivets right there on the handle as the other one. And then this one is a 9-inch. So I have a 9-inch and I have a 12-inch. So I am for sure going to have issues showing this on camera because this is so big. I'm gonna try to at least hold up the box, but you guys are about to get some B-roll footage for this because This is a baking steel griddle. Baking steel. And I bought this directly from the company itself. So, fun little story. In the house we lived in Maryland, we cleaned it out and everything, and I had a baking steel pizza stone. So this is the regular original baking steel. And I kept it in the oven per their instructions because it keeps the metal like evenly seasoned and everything. So I never ever took it out of the oven. And that came to be true when we moved. It was the one thing that I left behind in the house. So the new owners got a nice new, well, it wasn't new, but a nice seasoned baking steel for their oven. And I'm just like, I cannot believe I did that. But I didn't pack up the house, so, and I just forgot to tell the movers that it was in there. That was my fault though, but I hope they like it. I hope they're enjoying it because it's super expensive. But I didn't want to get another one because honestly, I don't use my oven that much anyway anymore, and I think that that's why I probably forgot about it, that it was sitting right at the bottom of the oven. I just don't use my oven as much. I definitely use my air fryer a lot, so this is how it looks. I got the skinny grill, or the skinny griddle, and after you use this for a while, it is going to turn black, like pitch black. It is just, it's the best, but it's heavy. Treat the baking steel as you would your favorite cast iron pan with love. If it gets wet, remember to dry immediately. Do not store your baking steel outside or on your grill. Like I said, I never ever took this out of the oven, so I would just like wipe it down a little bit sometimes, but it's pretty heavy. I feel like once it's there, it's there. My former griddle was an anodized griddle, and I actually really liked it a lot. It took a lot, and it took a lot of willpower for me to just not purchase that all over again, or to get the what is the company that makes the hard anodized cookware? I can't remember. Peloton, I think that's the name. It just took a lot for me not to buy it again, but after using it for so long, the coating, the hard anodized coating that's on it, it does start to flake, and I use my griddle a lot. We used it probably second to the air fryer, so we use it for everything. So I really wanted a nice quality one, and preferably one that I would not have to buy again. Hold on. I had already had experience with baking steel, so I knew how quality it was, and I really wanted to replace the one that I left behind, but I just didn't want one of that size and one to keep in the oven. I would prefer to have one that I can keep on the stovetop. And then on the occasional times where I want to make a pizza, or I want to make like fresh bread or something, I can just use this and stick it in the oven. Okay, so I think that that's it. Hold on, I just got another package, and this, I don't typically do this, but I'm just gonna, since I have my gloves on anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and check and see what it is to see if there's anything else I can add in this video. Okay, so the last thing that I have here is I do have a Philips air fryer, like I told you, and they had their accessories on sale. So I did pick up a couple of boxes of their air fryer accessories. Let me show you guys the box. This one is a Party Master kit. Now I don't remember why I decided to get this one, but this is what it is. Party Master kit. Why would I buy a Party Master kit when I have no life? So you have something like this where you can cook two things. So you can put something down at the bottom of the oven, and then this can go on top, so you can cook things separately. Okay, so I remember now. And then we have this. Oh my God, somebody else is at the door. Literally, the Sonoma package just came. So I'm going to be able to open that. Oh, that's so crazy, because I didn't even get a shipping notice for that. So that's good. But I wanted to finish telling you guys about this. So this is a divider, because my air fryer didn't originally come with a divider, and you just you stick this in The air fryer, again, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do it, but you stick this in the air fryer, and then if you want fries on one side and say shrimp on the other, you can make two separate things just with this divider. So that's pretty cool. I really wanted one of these. It was the one thing that was missing from Philips that I felt like should have been included, but it's fine. We've had our Philips. We had our first one for 3 years, and we just got this one probably at the beginning of the pandemic. So, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. We have been using it all these years without one, but it's going to be so great to finally have one. And then the second accessory that I got was the Baking Master kit. Now, my dad had an air fryer, a Philips, that I bought him for his birthday like 4 years ago. And he has since upgraded. He has definitely surpassed me. My dad is the air fryer king. And he is now using, I think, Ninja is what he has. So anyway, when he owned his Philips, he had every single accessory to go in there. And my mom used to talk about how they made amazing cakes and stuff. So I was like, one day I'm gonna get me some of those. But here's a pan, and this is a nice size cake pan to go into the air fryer. And I like that this is specifically made for Philips, so I don't have to worry about it not fitting or not cooking evenly or correctly, because this goes right in there. So I'm not sure how big of a cake you can make, or brownies or whatever, but definitely not a whole cake. Not like a whole box cake. Probably quick breads would work really well. Anytime you have a recipe that calls for 1.5 to 2 cups of flour, is probably gonna work well in this. And something like a cake, which is like 2 layers, that calls for about 3 to 3.5 cups of flour, probably won't do so well in here. So I would just stick with very small cakes, cornbread, quick breads, and things like that in here. And for cakes, I'm gonna leave that for the oven. But that also came with these little silicone cupcake holders, or whatever they're called, liners. So with some work, it looks like you can make about 9 cupcakes in here. They're gonna look a little wonky, but it should work. I'm gonna go ahead and open up this Williams-Sonoma box that just came, even though I don't like opening up new mailboxes, but we're gonna do it. Oh my God, I did not expect for it to be this big. I thought this was small. They had this really nice strainer on sale for Black Friday, and I got it. It's so pretty. Like, it just looks high end, doesn't it? It's a colander, and it's gunmetal, and it's so pretty. Like, I'm in awe. I am in awe at how pretty this is. And I just knew that I needed to have it, but in the pictures it looked a lot smaller. But this is my first time, I think, ever having like a really, really nice colander. So yay for me. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions about any of the products that I mentioned in this video, please let me know and I will respond. I'm probably going to be doing a video individually, at least on the griddle and the grill. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to use those things as quickly as possible. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.